Hello and welcome to Clipboard Show. I am Latte and I'm very excited to be here and I bring you an exciting and interesting story. Two teachers in the state of Arizona got fired. They lost their job after filming Onlyfans video in the classroom. Before I go into these details, I want to first of all thank every teachers all over the world. I know what it is because my parents were teachers. So now let's go straight to the point. It is clear all over the world that teachers don't earn much. But 90% of teachers who goes into this career, okay, I won't say 90%, I'll say a good percentage of people who go into this career do not go there because of how much they want to make, but because of love, because of passion, because of they want to create impact, they want to transfer knowledge, especially when you're dealing with the kids. So they both teach in the elementary school. The wife, Samantha, she teaches the 8th grade, and the husband handles the 4th grade. So these are kids. So when you are in this profession, the society put you in this perfect box, this high standard, high morals. And when you step out of this box, the society come down on you because there's this high expectation. But the question is, when you expect more from these individuals, does the society give them more? Like, do you pay them more because they say to whom much is given, much is expected? Do you give them more? They're expecting so much from them. That's the question that we have to answer. But let's go straight to what we have. Okay, now she said that she has been taking extra roles in school, doing extra activities just to make extra income to be able to feed the family, and she don't like that because she want to spend quality time with the kids. Now let's hear what she said. I'm going to quote her right now. My children are the most important thing to me. My children are the most important thing to me. And I'm already spending countless hours outside my contract time on extra school activities. And I don't think that's fair that I have to sacrifice my own children's time because our professional salary did not pay enough. So the excuse, if you want to call it excuse, is because her children, she want to spend quality time with her children, and because of the earning, the salary she's getting from her job, from being a teacher, is not enough. So she and the husband decide to open another means of income, because it is even out there that, hey, you don't have to have single means of income. You have to diversify. You have to make money from different sources so you can live comfortably. And that is exactly what she did. So, but as a teacher, there are several means that you can do something on the side. There are several means that you can earn money. And people will now ask, why didn't you do that? Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you do this? If you actually wanted to do something on the side, why will it be Onlyfans doing explicit content? And not just doing explicit content in the classroom. That is the point. I don't have any issue about this because the husband and the wife, they come together and I agree. But the only issue that I have personally is when you decide to do it in school. But she said it was a weekend. This was done on the weekend when you don't have children in school. But that is the point. That is the high value to the video, because the schools are a secured environment that people cannot just come in. So when you do this video in a classroom, in a secured environment, you add value to your video, to your content. And that's going to wow people. That's going to attract people. People want to see in a classroom because it is not a conventional place where these things happen. So you attract more views. So that was a marketing strategy, adding economic value to your content. So that is where I have problem with. I don't know about you, but that is where I have problem with, that you do this, you and the husband decide to do this in the classroom. Now, she also said that, oh, she didn't want anybody in Arizona to say it, and she put some restrictions that if in Arizona you cannot say it, you cannot be in Arizona, you can. And she changed her. She go as far as changing her name and the husband's name. And I'm gonna come to that. When you uploading something on the internet and you put some of those restrictions, things can go south. I'm not gonna be talking for her. I'm gonna you're gonna listen to her, and we'll come back and we'll discuss, take it from how she put those on the internet and the restriction that she actually put in place so that people in Arizona cannot see it.
Hello, my name is Samantha Peer, or some of you might know me by my alias, Chloe Carter. I was an employee at Thunderbolt for 5 years, and within this time, although my experience and evaluation showed that I had become a master science specialist and teacher, my salary did not increase. In this time period, I had to continue picking up extra stipends in order to make ends meet, such as co-advisor to yearbook club, STEM club advisor. I was mentoring a group of 4 uncertified new teachers and was going to coach softball in the spring. It got to a point where our family was not able to survive on our 2 teacher incomes. My children are the most important thing to me, and I'm already spending countless hours outside of my contract time on extra school activities, and I don't think it's fair that I have to sacrifice my own children's time because our professional salary did not pay enough. Arizona is currently ranked 50th state as lowest paid teacher salary. I created content at the beginning of the summer in order to earn extra money on the side to help pay for our basic necessities that our salaries were no longer meeting. I chose an anonymous name as well as blocking the entire state of Arizona on my Onlyfans so that it wasn't accessible to anyone living in the state. It was brought to my attention on October 24th that a community member had expressed concerns to the police and my school regarding video content. At this time, I was placed on paid administrative leave and probation pending investigation. 2 days later, I had asked that an individual that was assigned to my case be removed because they had created a hostile work environment between me and other coworkers for several years during my employment. I did not feel safe with them knowing this information, and I felt that they would spread it in retaliation for their own personal vendetta. On October 31st, I decided to resign from Lake Havasu Unified School District under pressure. However, I was not fired. The superintendent ensured me that only her, the individual that was removed from my case, and my own family were aware of the situation and content, and told me that if I had resigned before the board meeting on Monday, October 31st, the school would not publicize what was going on. On November 2nd, my husband was put on paid administrative leave because faculty reported pictures of myself that were being spread amongst other teachers. The following Friday, November 4th, my husband was terminated from the elementary school because he is classified as a long-term sub and he has an at-will contract. The superintendent stated he can be let go for no reason at all. It wasn't until Sunday, November 6th, when I had not been a teacher for the school district for 6 days, that my social media used for advertising became viral. November 6th was the first day that previous students and community members began following my alias accounts. Other school teachers were notified of the site and they began to spread it amongst themselves. Those teachers also were telling students my anonymous name and showing them my page. This was also sent to the parents and they decided to do the same thing as well. They were sharing my anonymous name and content page with their children and allowing them to comment and follow on my accounts, although they are specifically labeled as not safe for work, 18 plus only. Students were never aware of my social medias, nor did they follow me until after I had resigned from the district on October 31st and went locally viral on November 6th. It wasn't until November 9th that these links were available on my personal social medias due to state news coverage. Parents are still allowing their students to follow, contact, harass, and intimidate me. These parents are posting my personal address online and threatening to show my underage children revenge porn. Community members are now going to public places, such as my gym, and threatening to cancel their membership because their children also go there. The gym owner chose to terminate my membership, although I had been a member for 4 years, because other juvenile members were harassing me by taking my picture and videotaping me while I was trying to work out. The video that was created and advertised was made after contract hours on the weekend. No minors were ever present or involved in the videos. I am already paying the consequence by losing my teaching certificate as well as losing the job that I loved most. I thoroughly enjoyed working with my coworkers, teaching my students science, and it brought joy to me every day. Looking back at the situation, I wholly regret creating the video in the classroom after school hours. But I felt trapped in my financial situation, and I felt this was the only way that my family would be able to survive. However, I do not believe that my name should be smeared throughout the community when I made one mistake that didn't affect anybody until other adults began allowing children access to my content. It has been quite concerning to me that parents are continuing to allow their children to comment, harass me and my family, and threaten myself as well as others connected to my social media, as well as follow pages that they knew themselves are not appropriate for minors.
Now that you've heard from her, that's from the horse's mouth. You've heard from her, right? So the issue is, when you go on the internet and you upload content and you put those restrictions in place, I want to put restrictions, for example, I want to put restrictions that people in Texas cannot see this content that I'm doing right now. Do you know that as soon as someone in Texas crosses the state line, if I go to Oklahoma, just to cross the state line, I can view this content because your location has changed. So when you go on the internet and you just click and accept all the terms and conditions, you can also give your right away to the Onlyfans platform to share your content, to sell your content to the third party. Because you don't read the terms and conditions line by line and understand what it is. Aside from that, people who go on OnlyFans too can also view your content as well as download it. OnlyFans is gonna tell you, oh, your content is only view only, nobody can download it. But you have these guys who can come on there and get a website and get a software and use it and check the system and download your videos and share it. And that's exactly what happened. Your video came out and the students were sharing it among themselves, viewing it. You can imagine people in 8th grade and 4th grade watching their teacher and husband doing it. It's crazy. And someone also shared the video to the parents, so the parents were now sharing it among themselves and they were watching it. So in this case, what will be your stand? Will you say, oh, she should be fired? Oh, she have right to her body, she can do whatever she wants to do with her body. That she did, after all, she didn't do in the class when the students were there. Okay, parents should restrict their children what they can view on the internet and all that. We can take side, we can take position, we can be anywhere and all that. I have made my own stand clear. I don't have an issue for her doing this, but only problem that I have with her is doing it in the classroom because that's a public place. All right. Okay, now let's look. Where is the second chance that we talked about? We always talk about, oh, we should give people a second chance. But because she's a teacher, the moral, the standard is too high. The bar has been set up there. But if I want to say, if I'm in position to decide what will be my position, what will I do? I think I will say, I will call the family and say, hey, I need you to take down your content if you want to come back to school and teach, because this is what you want to do. If you actually want to be part of the system again, you want to teach again, that's what I think. I don't know if That's my own opinion. I can't speak for her, I can't speak for the school authority. But the main point where I'm driving to is why? Why are the teachers earning so low that a family of two, a family like husband and wife doing the same job, and they cannot have enough money to spend time with their kids? So this is where the government needs to come in and see how they can improve the lives of teachers. What do they want? They just need extra, not too much, just extra that can sustain them and they can spend time with families, not going out there to do this kind of a thing. People can jump, oh, I'm a teacher, I've been a teacher for over 30 years, for 20 years. I did not upload any video on Onlyfans. There are several stands, there are several points of view, there are several positions that we can take on these issues. You take yours. I want to see your comment. Put your comment in there, what you think, because some people are out there defending her, some are out there saying, oh no, she should be fired, or some people say, oh, so I need to see your comment. Put your comment there. Let me know what you think about this issue. But my own point is, if I want to decide, I will say, hey lady, you and your husband go ahead and take down this content and come back and teach. And I will call on government, please, government, let's improve the life of our teachers. Let's give them more so they can have extra in their pocket, so they can spend quality time with their family. And this is gonna be the end of this episode, but I'm gonna follow up this story and I'll come back and give you more details on this. If you like what we do here, go ahead and subscribe to this channel, so as soon as we drop new content, you'll be the first to see, and hit the notification bell. Thank you so much for staying with the Clipbox Show, and be safe out there.